It's finally Saturday and I'm playing in my first Reign of Jafar set champs. Let's get into this. All right, so I am here corner in Selah, Washington, getting ready to go play in my first Reign of Jafar set champs. I literally drove in silence the entire way here, debating back and forth which deck I wanted to run, Amber Steel or the red purple that I've been having a lot of fun with. Guess it's gonna be a game time decision, so we shall see what I end up running. I'm leaning red purple. I don't know, I'm so torn because I haven't played in League, so I don't know what anyone's running, so I don't know, it's gonna be up in the air. I can't wait. I'm gonna get into this thing because games are starting very soon, and hopefully the first one goes off perfectly for me. So I'll keep updating after each matchup and see how the day treats me. All right, so my first matchup went against my buddy Abran, who has won many a playmat in the past. He is an awesome player. He was running green purple, so evasives, the Diablo draw, some discard. I made a few mistakes, but him and I, we were the longest playing game, so everyone's standing around waiting on us. We almost went the full 50 minutes because it was just a back and forth war. But it felt really good because I've improved so much that like it was a very close chess match and came down to the third game. So I ended up going 0-1. I'm not sure how the scoring works, so I lost 2 and won a game, so I'm like in 12th right now out of, I think there's 20 or 18 people here. So just got my next matchup. I'm gonna jump into that because we're trying to keep things moving fairly quickly because no one wants the craziest longest days, but I'm really excited to keep playing, so I'll check back in after the next matchup. Okay, so now I have a little bit more time to talk. My second matchup just finished, and I 2-0'd my opponent. He was running an all amethyst deck. It was very stressful because it wasn't anything I'd ever seen, so it was something he had cooked up himself. A lot of evasives and like higher hitting 2 lore cards coming out on turn 3 and 4. And it was just a lot to wrap my brain around. So I made a last minute decision. I did not run my Amber Steel, which would have done amazing today. So instead, I'm running Ruby Amethyst. It was a world-class cards deck that I kind of tweaked a little bit, so I'll make sure I show what I ran multiple times throughout the video so you can see it. But both games, he was up 13, 14 lore, and I had like 2 or 3, and then my deck finally started taking off. But my goodness, the anxiety and just like, I'm so used to running aggro decks and things like that. So having to wait until like turn 7 or 8 to really take off and ramp up is, it's a lot of stress that I did not need today. So, and I did figure it out. So like you either get a 1-0 or an 0-1, even though it's the best of 3, it's just whoever takes the win, the overall win. So now I am 1-1. I'll see where that puts me. Yeah, so I really wish I had been playing at League Nights here, so I kind of knew what I was going up against. It would have helped with my last minute decision on what deck to run, but really confident in my abilities. It's super exciting to see a ton of friends here, massive turnout. Like they had to rearrange the store to fit everyone in, so this has been super fun. A lot of different decks, a lot of good challenges. Of course though, my first matchup was with Abran, who I know is he's a killer. So I had to start off with a loss. Didn't do a whole lot for the confidence, but starting to build that back up. So looking forward to going into match 3. Unfortunately, my deck is so slow that I'm only having like 2 or 3 minutes to run outside and talk really quick before my next matchup. So I'm using pretty much the entire 50-minute time slot. But I'm hopeful that my third matchup is a little more smooth for me because I feel like I'm just squeaking out these victories, and it's definitely challenging me and probably making me a better player for it in the long run, thinking things. So I'll stop yapping. I'm gonna get in there and go on to my third matchup and see how things play out. All right, so my third matchup is complete. I played my buddy's son, and he was running a red steel deck that was very intimidating. It had multiple Mushus, the Hydra, and I wasn't paying attention to some of the cards. So like he did 1 attack and took like 4 lore in 1 turn. There was a lot happening. Again, with my deck, it's just staying patient, waiting for the right moment. So I kept just laying down ink and holding on to my cards, and finally hit him with the be prepared, which kind of shifted things in my favor. The second game, we played a little bit faster pace, and once he started top decking, it was kind of all over. Very stressful though, like watching some of these cards come out that I haven't seen and haven't played against really started to get me a little worried. But I took the win, 2-0. So I've got back-to-back 2-0s. Very curious to see how my next matchup goes, to see if I'm still in the top 8. Hopefully I can check the app shortly once all these other matches have ended. And we're moving on to lunch break, which I desperately need. I'm like dehydrated and starving, so gonna go get some food in me, regroup, and kind of look over my cards. I haven't seen a single location card, and I'm questioning if it's even in my deck or if I forgot it. Like, I'm pretty sure it's in there, but it's been very weird. There are a handful of cards that I have not seen once in all 3 of these matchups. So hopefully the lunch break kind of helps me regain some focus, because I am running on fumes. I've mentioned in the previous that we're getting ready to sell our house and move. So on 5 hours of sleep, I decided to fill a storage unit this morning. Barely made it here in time, and I don't know. I thrive on chaos apparently. So I'm gonna go try and just eat and rest for a second and get back into these matchups. Curious to see where all my friends are at as far as their matchups. Curious to see who's in that top 8. There's a good group of us that we all hang out, me, Jay, and Eli. I'm really curious to see where we all finish up. So on to the next after some food. So I just finished up my 4th matchup after eating too much at lunch and being like slow and tired. It probably worked to my benefit because I was thinking things out a little bit more, but it was the matchup I had been dreading this entire day. There is a great player, Roger, at our local league, and he runs the Churn of Dogs deck, and it's very fast and quick. And he won the first game, I won the second game. Game 3, I was on the draw, and I managed to be-prep him twice, which feels horrible because I've been on the other end of that, and I was able to get the Maui Shark out and sing the Pirate's Life and take the win in the third one. But my goodness, it was weird. I watched the last 3 turns, he wasn't questing, and I could see like, oh shoot, you've got Lady, you've got Tramp, all of them have their secret lore. If he gets one more turn with all of them, he can quest and get like 11 lore and beat me. So I B-prepped him with like 5 cards on the board. He put out 3 more big hitters and only had 1 card in hand, and then I B-prepped again, which I feel like a monster doing that, but I really want this promo, and I'm trying to play and get better at this. So Be Prepared had been ruining me in the previous matchups. I kept drawing it way too early and was just stuck with it, and it was doing me no good. It finally paid off, so now I'm not as mad about having Be Prepared. I'm gonna see where I'm at in the rankings. I just checked and I'm sitting in 5th place after the 3rd round. So hopefully this bumps me up and kind of guarantees me that top 8 spot. There's some really, really good players here. So I'm pretty sure the next matchup is just gonna be an all-out brawl, no pun intended. But we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. But yeah, that Churn of Dogs deck, that was very stressful. Very happy I took away the win, so we'll see how it goes from here though. So I just finished up playing the last person I wanted to play, my buddy Eli from the Seattle DLC. He has knocked me out of top 8 before at a set champ back in Ellensburg for like Azerite C set champ. I beat him on the first game, lost the second game, and then beat him on the third game. He was running the green-yellow discard Under the Sea. Once I got to like 5-6 ink and was able to put out some big Mauis, it kind of rendered Under the Sea useless. And in the third game, I just played aggro. I threw as many people out as I could and quested as fast as I could and ended up getting the win. So feeling really good. I feel horrible for beating Eli, but really excited because I'm pretty sure this locks me into top 8 for sure. Not sure where I'll be in the standings. So I'm gonna go check. I'll flash up an image to see where I'm at as soon as all the games end. But every single game I've played today, or every opponent, it's come down to like the last 3 minutes of game. So Definitely a slow-moving deck, but it's got answers, and it's got me into the top 8, so I'm really excited. I'll see the standings. They're going to go announce those now, so I'll be back, and we'll see where I'm at. Okay, another matchup down, and it was a former opponent, Roger, with the Churnadogs deck. 2-0 victory, so I believe I move on into top 4 at this point. I don't know what the prizing is. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how I play from here on out, but pretty impressed with how the deck is running and how I've learned it and have got it dialed in fairly well, so I'm really happy. That Churnadog deck, he came out super fast, aggro on the second round. But by the time I had gotten to my 5 and 6 ink, I was able to Madam Mim, jump in, and start board wiping with some of my characters. So ended up with the 2-0, waiting for them to announce. But being in 3rd place going into the top 8 rounds was super cool. Hearing Livin' Lorcana called out in the top 4. So now I'm waiting for them to announce where everyone's standing. There's some grueling matchups right now, like some very skilled players that I've struggled against. So I'm very curious to see how this plays out. So I'm gonna go see what they announce for the top 4 now and get back to you. I just finished up at the top 4 table. I got 2-0'd, so I definitely lost. It was my least favorite matchup that I've struggled against time and time again. But also, the person I played has taken top 128 at a DLC, so he's definitely like the best in the room, undefeated, but he was running the red-blue items deck, so I got so close to winning in the first game, and then Pirate's Life. It's basically exactly what happened last time at the last DLC, where I was like so close to taking it, and then Pirate's Life just wiped me out of the game. But definitely the first matchup was like a grueling battle. Like everyone's huddled around, eyes are like getting big. Whoa, he did that. It was really cool. I always love being in like that top 4 hot seat now, because I've always been the guy watching, and now I'm the one being watched. It just feels super cool that I've gotten to this point with my gameplay. So waiting for them to announce the standings. I mean, it's gonna come down to 1st and 2nd place. Like, I don't know if they're doing prizing for the top 4, but I'm definitely gonna play it out just for the practice, try and keep improving my game. But I'll go see who I'm facing next and see where we go from here.
Here's the breakdown of the top 4. First coming in is Abram. Second is Alexis. Third is Living Lorcana, and Roy took 4th. So top 2 is Abram and Alexis playing it out for the man.
Good luck, boys. I'm finally back home from the Set Champs tournament. That was an absolute blast. Huge shout out to Trading Post Collectibles for hosting the Set Champs tournament and all the people who showed up. We had such a great turnout. It was awesome to see people that I've been playing with and trading with since way back in the day. So it was an awesome chance to get to play alongside all of them, see how so many of them have improved, and give some input on their decks after the games were over to hopefully help them just improve that much more. So it was a really good time. I had an absolute blast. I'm proud of how I played, and taking 3rd place, I am totally cool with that, considering the 2 people that I lost to were the 2 people who took 1st and 2nd place. So I know where I stand. Again, a top 4 win for me. It feels really good coming from just being purely a collector to actually getting out there, playing, and learning a ton. I don't get to play weekly leagues as much as I would like to, so I'm usually going in pretty rusty, other than practicing with some friends every few weeks. So it was really good to see how things went, but let's get into the winnings. So because I took 3rd place, they hooked me up with one of the league deck boxes. And since I haven't had a chance to actually show up to League Night, I haven't got any of the pins or the promos. So it was really cool to get the lore counter and one of the league pins from this season, since I haven't been able to play. And for signing up for the tournament, I got 2 packs, and for getting 3rd place, I got an additional 2 packs. So I'm extremely happy. I was extra happy because I had been informed that the Enchanted had not been pulled from this case, so one of these prize packs most definitely had it. So I was really excited until I got a text from my buddy Jay showing me this. And so now I'm pretty sure there's probably not an enchanted in these prize packs, but still, it's packs that I get to open, and I haven't opened much lately, so I've been going a little stir crazy. So I'm gonna jump into these and see what other winnings I got. I mean, the Jafar promo, that was pretty amazing. I also bought myself a custom playmat while I was there. They had some awesome playmats. I'll show a picture of that right now, because when I saw it, I was like, I have to own this. I don't have I never had a choice. I had to buy it. So let's see what's in these prize packs, because like I said, it has been a while since I've opened anything. Lumiere, Dump Truck, Lewis. Actually got to see Lewis used in some decks. Archimedes for the rare. Stitch Legendary. There we go. I'll take a legendary in my prize packs. And I love this Stitch Legendary. I think I've been on the hunt for the enchanted version of this. So Stitch Legendary to start things off. And the foil, Gene, nice land resident. Whoops. Stitch is gonna get sleeved really quick. So not a bad prize pack. I'll take legendaries all day in the prize packs here. I paused for a second because I already had forgotten that Archimedes was the rare, and for whatever reason, I thought Stitch was the first slot and there was going to be another legendary. I have not opened packs, and now I'm rusty. I've been practicing and doing gameplay and not opening packs, and now that's struggling. So if I open a bunch of packs, then my gameplay is going to struggle. I don't know. I can't have it all, apparently. General Lee, LeFou, Louis, Droon, Iago for the rare, Tramp, super rare, and the foil, Adelaide Bonfamille. Adelaide. We're just gonna go with Adelaide. Not a bad pull on that Tramp, though. It's funny now that I'm pulling all these cards and opening these packs. I'm like, I remember playing against that card, and I also played against a whole lot of Tramp cards, playing Roger twice, 2 different times. Bill the Lizard, Olaf, Bambi, Gaston, the Nephew's Piggy Bank, Walk the Plank. What's our rare? Lady, yes! I needed that so bad. I'm 1 copy short of my playset. That is perfect. These are the best prize packs right now. So there's the lady that I needed to borrow from someone, followed by Maui super rare, the foil, Tramp, another Tramp. Man, that Chernodog's deck, those little dogs, once the board is covered with those dogs, I have never spent so much time reading someone's cards. I'm like, okay, so because you have a lady, now this Tramp has special powers, but because you have a Tramp, that lady gets bonus. It was very difficult, and my only solution was just wipe the board. But then when you wipe the board, their discard pile gets big, and then they can bring out Chernabog for free. I don't like that deck. It's very frustrating and difficult to navigate against. Anita, Ryder, Lafayette, Bobby, Blue Fairy, Pull the Lever, Pouncing Practice. Everybody's got a weakness for the rare, and the final rare out of these packs, Maui again, back to back, and the foil, Friend Owl. So nothing like wild. I mean, actually, I'm really happy with the lady rare. She's probably the most valuable rare in the set at the moment. And Stitch legendary. 1 legendary just made these 4 packs even better for me. So just to recap, set champs were absolutely awesome. I'm trying to edit this and get it up as fast as I can, and then I'll be heading into Floodborne Friday, followed by back-to-back set champs on Saturday and Sunday. I'm very hopeful I can play in both, but between like the extra work I'm taking on at my job and moving and selling a home, finding time to record, edit, upload, and get out there and even play or practice has gotten very difficult. So I apologize for the delay in some of these videos and the lack of content lately. I'm doing everything I can to get stuff out there for you guys and enjoy myself at the same time. I've never ever wanted this fun hobby and this channel to feel like a burden. So I always try and do it in balance. So again, I apologize if the videos are late or there aren't as many some weeks, but I appreciate you hanging in there with me. If you're liking any of the content, please hit that subscribe button to help out the channel. But until the next video, enjoy the rest of your everything.